Sweetheart, if you feel stuck right now, I want you to know that it's okay. There is nothing wrong with you. Life is simply giving you a pause, a gentle whisper, asking you to slow down and look within. So often we think that we have to always be moving, always achieving, always fixing. But sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is simply breathe and be present with what is. If you're feeling lost or unsure, if your heart feels heavy or your mind confused, I want you to know that you are not alone. There is a beautiful intelligence within you that is always guiding you, even when you cannot see it clearly. Feeling stuck is not a sign of failure. It is a signal. It is life's way of calling your attention back to yourself. Sometimes we get so busy trying to hold it all together that we forget to check in with our own feelings. We forget that it's okay to feel tired, to feel unsure, or to feel like we don't know the next step. Being stuck can feel like you're standing still while the rest of the world is running ahead. But you are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to hear the deeper message life is whispering to you. Take a moment now to put your hand gently on your heart and say to yourself, I am safe to feel what I feel. Let that be your beginning. Let that be your gentle way in. There is a place inside you that knows how to heal, how to shift, and how to grow. That part of you is not gone. It has just been waiting for your attention. So many times we look outside of ourselves for the answers, thinking that if we just find the right advice or the perfect solution, we will suddenly feel better. But the truth is, the answers are already within. When you stop judging yourself for feeling stuck and instead approach yourself with kindness, a new path begins to unfold. Let's begin with compassion. You are doing the best you can with what you know, and now you are opening up to new understanding. That is something to celebrate. You are not broken, and you never have been. Sometimes feeling stuck is life's invitation to pause, to listen, and to lovingly reconnect with the parts of ourselves we've ignored. This is not a punishment. This is the start of something gentle and something new. So let's take a deep breath together. Inhale love and exhale pressure. You don't need to have it all figured out. You only need to be willing to listen, willing to soften, willing to trust that something within you already knows the way. You are safe, you are loved, and you are enough, just as you are. Now let's look more deeply at why this feeling of being stuck might be here. You see, feeling stuck is not caused by what's happening around us. It's what's happening inside. Often, it's the thoughts we repeat, the fears we silently carry, the guilt we never questioned, or the belief that we are not ready. These quiet, unspoken thoughts create a weight that slows our steps and clouds our clarity. The mind likes what is familiar. Even if what is familiar hurts, it can feel safer than the unknown. That's why so many people stay in the same thoughts, the same habits, the same situations, even if they feel unhappy. There is a part of the mind that whispers, this is what we know, this is safe. And so we stay, not because we are lazy, but because we are scared to let go. But sweetheart, you don't have to stay stuck. You can start to release yourself, one gentle thought at a time. Let's say you've been carrying a belief like, nothing ever changes for me. That belief didn't come from nowhere. It came from a past experience, a moment where hope didn't blossom. And now it's repeating like a quiet background noise in your mind. But today, we can bring it into the light. We can look at it and ask, is this still true? Or is this just something I got used to thinking? When you ask these questions with love, the grip of those old beliefs begins to loosen. Think of it like walking through a hallway with many doors. Some of those doors are old stories. Some are fears. Some are wounds you thought had healed but still whisper in the dark. You don't have to open every door at once. You don't have to solve everything today. You just have to take one small step, one loving step, and it begins with becoming aware. You are not your thoughts. You are the loving awareness behind them. Many times, feeling stuck is not about laziness or lack of will. It's about fear, fear of change, fear of being seen, fear of what will happen if you truly step into your full self. That fear is not your enemy. It's a part of you that needs love. So instead of fighting it, you can sit beside it. You can say, I see you, I hear you, and I choose love anyway. Here's a little affirmation to carry in your heart. It is safe for me to grow. I move forward with love and grace. You don't have to say it loudly or perfectly. You can whisper it to yourself while brushing your teeth. You can say it in the mirror, even if you don't fully believe it yet. The power is not in the volume. It's in the intention. And with time, your inner world will begin to shift. Now let's talk about letting go. So much of our stuckness comes from holding on to old pain, old habits, old versions of who we used to be. We carry things that no longer belong to us. Sometimes we hold on because we don't know who we'll be without those things. Even pain can become part of an identity. But darling, you are allowed to set down what no longer helps you grow. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It does not mean pretending something never happened. It means you are choosing peace over pressure. You are choosing love over fear. You are choosing freedom over familiarity. And that choice opens up everything. Take a moment right now to gently ask yourself, what am I still holding on to that I no longer need? Maybe it's an old story, maybe it's guilt, maybe it's waiting for someone else to approve of your healing. Whatever it is, you are allowed to release it. You don't need permission. Your soul already knows it's time. Imagine you're holding a heavy stone in your hand. You've carried it for so long you forgot it was even there. But today, you see it. You feel its weight. And you realize you can set it down. You don't need it anymore. Your hand was made for holding joy, not just pain. You don't have to let go all at once. You can do it layer by layer, gently and kindly. This is not about rushing. This is about choosing love again and again, choosing softness over struggle, choosing to believe that healing is not about fixing yourself. It's about returning to your wholeness. When we release what no longer serves us, we make space. Space for new thoughts, new experiences, new love. And in that space, we begin to move again, not because we pushed ourselves, but because we allowed ourselves to breathe. Here's something you can try tonight. Before bed, place your hand on your heart and softly whisper, I let go with love. I trust that what's meant for me will come. Then breathe. Just breathe. That is enough. You are enough. Sweetheart, you are not stuck. You are becoming. You are growing in ways you cannot yet see. And even in the moments when nothing seems to be changing on the outside, trust that something is shifting within. You are releasing the weight. You are softening into trust. You are remembering that life supports you, and slowly, gently, lovingly, you are moving forward. Sweetheart, the only real moment we ever truly have is right now. The past is a memory. The future is a dream not yet lived. But this very moment is where all your power lives. When we feel stuck, it's often because our minds are dancing between what was and what might be, never settling into what is. Yet healing can only happen here. Growth only begins here. So I invite you now to rest in this moment. You don't need to change anything or figure it all out. Just let yourself be here, now, with breath, with softness, with the tender awareness that this is enough. Your mind might tell you, I should be further along, or why haven't I figured this out yet? But that voice is not the truth. It's just a habit, and habits can be unlearned. When we step into the present, when we root ourselves gently in the now, we find space. Space to breathe, space to choose, space to love. This space is where transformation begins, not through pressure, but through presence. Try this with me now. Close your eyes if it feels safe. Feel your body. Feel your breath as it moves gently in and out. With each breath, say quietly in your mind, I am here now. I am safe. I am supported. Let those words be like a soft pillow for your soul. There is no rush. There is only this gentle unfolding. The present moment is not always loud or bright. Sometimes it feels ordinary, but within that ordinariness lies a sacred stillness. It's where wisdom whispers. It's where peace lives. When we stop running from the now, we start to realize how deeply held we are. There is no need to escape the moment. The moment itself is your doorway to freedom. When you find yourself spiraling into old worries or future fears, gently bring yourself back by placing your hand on your heart and saying, right now, I choose peace. Let this become your anchor. Let this become your quiet revolution. You do not need to fix the whole future. You only need to love yourself now. You see, the mind will always try to pull you toward what it knows. It may repeat stories that keep you circling the same path, but you are not your mind. You are the awareness beneath it. When you rest in that awareness, even for a few breaths, something softens, something opens, something new becomes possible. And in that softening, you are free to rewrite the story, not in big dramatic ways, but in simple, quiet ways that ripple through your life. You are the author of your thoughts, and even if the past chapters were heavy, you can begin a new page today with new words, new energy, and new love. So let's gently look at the stories you've been telling yourself. Perhaps you've been saying, I always mess things up, or I'm not strong enough, or nothing ever works out for me. These are not truths. These are echoes, echoes of old pain, echoes of someone else's voice that you accidentally made your own, but you don't have to keep repeating them. You can ask yourself lovingly, whose story is this? Do I want to keep living it? And then you can choose a new thought. Maybe it's, I'm learning, and that's enough. Or, I trust myself more each day. The new story doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be kinder. Your mind might resist at first. That's okay. Be gentle with yourself. You are not trying to force change. You are inviting it. You are turning on a small light in a room that's been dark for too long. And with each new thought, the light grows brighter. One beautiful way to practice this is with affirmations. But affirmations are not magic words. They are invitations to shift. When you say, I am willing to believe in myself, you're not pretending. You are opening a door. You are planting a seed. And with daily care, that seed will grow. Let's take a moment now to speak to that inner voice, the one that's been doubting or afraid. You can place your hands gently on your belly or heart and say, I am learning to trust myself. I am learning to speak with love. My thoughts support my healing. Say it softly. Let it settle in. Even if it feels unfamiliar, know that your soul understands. You are not stuck because something is wrong with you. You are simply standing in a story that you've outgrown. And the fact that you feel the discomfort, that you are even listening now, means that your spirit is ready to grow. You are already on the path. Each new thought is a step. Now let's talk about something tender and beautiful, your worth. Feeling stuck often has roots in how worthy you believe you are. When you don't feel good enough, you hesitate, you second guess, you wait for permission that will never come. But you are worthy, not because of what you do or achieve, but because you exist. Worthiness is your birthright. It's not something to earn, it's something to remember. Life is not in a rush, and neither are you. You are not late. You are not missing anything. You are being guided in perfect timing, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Growth often happens underground, like roots weaving quietly through the soil before the flower ever blooms. Trust the roots. Trust the timing. Trust the process that is unfolding inside you. So many of us carry the idea that we must prove ourselves to be loved, that we must be productive to be seen. But love does not require performance. You don't have to be anything other than who you are right now. Try this mirror work today. Stand before your reflection, look into your own eyes, and softly say, I am enough. I am doing the best I can, and I trust that more is unfolding. You may feel silly, you may tear up, you may not believe it at first. That's okay. The mirror reflects not just your face, but your inner healing. The more you speak to yourself with love, the more you begin to believe it. There is no need to rush healing. There is no need to chase outcomes. Healing is not a race. It is a return to love, to trust, to knowing that life supports you, and even when it doesn't look the way you expected, it's always working for your highest good. Let these words settle into your heart. I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of joy. Even now, especially now. Let them be like warm sunlight on your skin. Let them awaken the parts of you that have been asleep in fear. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are becoming more aware, more loving, more aligned with the truth of who you are. And the more you affirm your worth, the more the world reflects that back to you. So give yourself grace. Give yourself space. Speak gently. Walk slowly. Breathe deeply. And know that just by choosing love in this moment, you are already moving forward. The journey may be quiet, but it is sacred. And you, dear one, are exactly where you are meant to be. Sweetheart, there's a doorway in your heart that leads to freedom, and one of the keys to opening it is forgiveness. So often when we feel stuck, it's because we are carrying around old hurts, silent weights that we never meant to hold for so long. It might be a memory that keeps returning, a word that still echoes in the mind, or a moment that changed everything. Even if time has passed, the feeling can still be fresh inside. But today, I want to gently offer you a new thought. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or excusing what happened. It's about choosing to release the pain so it no longer controls your present. When we forgive, we are not saying what happened was okay. We are saying, I choose to be free, because holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and hoping someone else will feel it. It only hurts the one who is holding it. And darling, you don't deserve to suffer for one more day. You deserve peace. You may not be ready to forgive everything right away. That's okay. Forgiveness is a process. It begins with willingness, a small whisper in your heart that says, I am willing to let this go, even if I don't know how yet. That tiny whisper is powerful. It's a crack in the wall that lets the light in. Think of your heart like a garden. Every time you forgive, you clear away a weed that's been choking your joy. You make room for new flowers to grow, flowers of ease, laughter, and peace. And each time you say, I choose peace over pain, your inner world begins to shift. Here is a gentle exercise. Close your eyes and bring to mind someone or something you've been holding anger toward, even if that person is yourself. Now breathe in deeply, and on your exhale, silently say, I release you. I set myself free. Do this as often as you need. You are not doing it for them. You are doing it for your own soul. Forgiveness is not a one-time act. It is a daily practice of choosing to come back to love. It doesn't mean you have to welcome harmful situations back into your life. It simply means you no longer allow them to define you. You are more than your past. You are the love you give to yourself now. When you forgive, you invite life to flow again. The heart softens, the body relaxes, the mind finds stillness, and in that softness, something beautiful begins to grow, possibility. Now that you've gently made space by letting go, let's welcome something new, not with force, not with a plan, but with a tender openness. You are like the soil in spring, fresh, ready, and alive. The seeds of new experiences are always available, but they only bloom in an open heart. Newness doesn't need to be big to be meaningful. It can be as simple as trying a new thought. I believe good things are possible for me. Or, I open my heart to receive what I deserve. These thoughts are invitations. They are like doors swinging open, allowing light and warmth to enter. You don't need to see the entire path ahead. Just take one step. Life responds to your willingness. When you shift your energy, even just a little, new opportunities begin to notice you. It's like turning on a lighthouse in the fog. Slowly, the ships begin to move toward you. Let yourself play with possibility. What would your life feel like if peace were easy, if joy didn't have to be earned, if healing was already happening under the surface? These are not fantasies. These are invitations to soften into trust. Nature teaches us that all things bloom in their season. The tree doesn't rush its leaves. The flower doesn't force itself to open. It responds to the warmth of the sun and the quiet wisdom of the soil. You are that flower, you are that tree. Trust your season, trust your unfolding. Say to yourself, it is safe for me to try something new. I am supported in every step I take. Let those words walk beside you as you begin to explore new parts of your life, even if it's just changing one small thing in your routine. Or speaking a kind word to yourself that you've never said before. That is enough. Possibility is not a distant dream. It's something that begins the moment you say yes to yourself. And your yes, no matter how small, creates ripples in your world, ripples that grow into waves of transformation. As you begin to move forward, you may wonder how to stay unstuck. The answer is not in effort, it's in love. The more you choose to speak lovingly to yourself, the more you begin to flow with life. You begin to trust the process, even when you don't see the outcome yet. One of the simplest and most powerful tools you can use is a daily self-love practice. It doesn't need to take hours. Just a few moments each day of intentional care can shift your energy. Try standing in front of the mirror and saying, I love you. I am here for you. I will not abandon you. At first, these words might feel strange, but over time, they begin to root deeply inside you. Gratitude is another beautiful practice. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you are thankful for. They can be small: warm tea, a soft breeze, a smile. Gratitude softens the mind, opens the heart, and reminds you of what is already working in your life. You can also create small rituals. Light a candle before bed and say, I release this day, I trust tomorrow. Or keep a journal and begin each morning with, today I choose to be kind to myself. These simple acts remind your mind and body that you are safe, that you are cared for, and that you are moving forward, one loving step at a time. And if ever you feel stuck again, come back to this. I am not stuck. I am becoming. Let that be your anchor. Let that be your prayer. Darling, if your heart is still aching or your path still unclear, know this. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are blossoming even now in invisible ways. Every small act of love you've given yourself, every breath, every affirmation, every tear released in silence has mattered. It has been heard. It has been felt, and it has moved you. Sometimes the deepest transformation happens quietly. No fireworks, no grand announcement, just a shift, a moment when your heart chooses peace instead of panic, softness instead of self-criticism. These small moments are sacred. They build your new life, brick by brick, thought by thought. You are no longer who you were yesterday, and you are not yet who you will become tomorrow. But today, you are enough. Right now, you are whole. And with each loving choice, each gentle thought, you are creating the life you long for, not by force, but by alignment with your true self. So I invite you now, with all the love in the world, to take this final affirmation and let it echo through your being. I am free to grow. I am free to move forward. I am free to love myself through every step. Life supports me. I trust the unfolding. And so it is.